Wali kesmis ba. So kawa kestu so no ka. Teçeka bel chaha toko.
Ha, Bill.
Imakok te kaso. Pasta wilatio.
Ay natik.
Sak. Tam. Kak saki. Le tiob saya tiob lelo. Tawila. Saki lo. Ang belko haanel. Lelela. Kuyo kutikusta. Lelelo tsokan. Kaskuta. Uetel nakila kusta. Tene maaten Jesus utian uiletsi sakli. Hosta puksika. Matasiki tsikatalo. Saastake. Yak mutstele pat bob. Tukilit. Kashilak chibalo. Telo. Tona yan bishno. Utia. Ukton.
There's a philosophy that says 85% of the people on the planet are followers. 10% of the people on the planet are creators or leaders, and 5% of the people are observers. So when you got 85% of the people who are willing to follow, the 10% who are able to create something are going to capitalize off of that, and the 5% are usually the ones who are assassinated or shunned or discredited because they can see everything that's going on. And they would ruin it all for the 10%. So the reason why it's so easy to do that is because people are willing.
Come here, Prince. What's today's mathematics?
Hey, yo, no disrespect, but we ain't in all of that, son.
Build, destroy. To build is to elevate the mentalities of self and those around self. To add positive energy to every nation. To build, you must first start from the root, which is the knowledge foundation, and add on to the highest peak. To destroy is to eliminate and destroy any and all negativity that enters my cipher of supreme harmony.
Peace, God.
Peace, God.
Come on, son.
Watch this video and watch it all the way through, y'all. Okay, I know that a lot of us, the social media age has made us have this ADD type thing and just attention. We can't stay focused. Watch it for the whole way through, okay? And then I'm gonna come back and give my take on this.
So tell me, out of everything you've ever done, what's the craziest experience you've ever had?
That's easy. Earth.
Earth? You went to Earth?
I did.
No way. You were a human?
I was.
Wow. Are the stories about Earth true? Were they really trapped on Earth?
Some were. I know because I was one of the volunteers.
Wait a second. You volunteered to go to Earth?
I did. I had to. I had family trapped on Earth.
But how could you get trapped on Earth?
You had to be there to understand. On Earth, you wouldn't remember anything.
What do you mean you wouldn't remember anything?
I mean, you would have no memory of anything. You wouldn't even remember existing before Earth.
What? How is that possible?
It was designed that way. It was brilliant. To dive as deeply as possible into such ignorance, such darkness, and still find your way back to remembering who you were. That took true mastery.
Wow. I still can't believe you went to Earth. Tell me more.
Well, Earth had its own set of laws that everyone agreed to experience, like gravity. What goes up must come down, like linear time. Day is followed by night.
Time? What's time?
You know how when we think of something it manifests instantly? Well, on Earth there was a delay. The delay is what made Earth so difficult.
Interesting. Time. So tell me more.
Before going to Earth, you would choose your family, whether you wanted to be male or female, what race you wanted to be, the location on the planet, things like that.
Oh, so you could choose your own character.
Exactly. You would enter the Earth as a baby and be completely dependent on others to teach you the rules. But since nobody could remember the rules, they made up their own rules, based on fear and giving your power away to others.
That doesn't sound like much fun.
It wasn't for everyone.
What'd you do while portions of you were on Earth?
I watched them. It was pretty funny.
What was so funny?
Here were these magnificent beings, playing the most unique and cutting-edge experience in the universe, and they were clueless. I tried to guide them as much as possible.
Wait a second. You could communicate with them?
Yes, but they couldn't hear me. I would show them synchronicities, or send them impulses to help guide them, but they couldn't see the signs.
Why not?
They didn't trust themselves.
So is that why they sent out a call for help?
Exactly.
Is that when you went?
No, I didn't go until later. First volunteers, they had it the worst.
What do you mean, had it the worst?
Well, they killed them.
What?
They killed the volunteers.
They killed them?
Those on Earth couldn't understand what the volunteers were telling them. The idea that they were equal to the volunteers scared them.
What were they telling them?
Common sense stuff like, all the answers you seek are inside you. Everything I can do, you can do and more.
So they killed them?
And then they twisted the volunteers' message and created even more fear.
What do you mean more fear?
Like the message, God is inside you, was turned into, you are separate from God. The message, all the answers you seek are inside you, was twisted into, you can't trust yourself.
And they believed it?
It was out of control.
How could they believe that?
You had to be there to understand. Did you know they actually believed that they were the only intelligent life in the universe?
Now that's funny.
Pretty crazy, I know.
So then what happened?
The designers knew Earth was going to enter a section of the galaxy that humans had never experienced before. A section filled with a frequency that might be able to reconnect the human's DNA.
What was wrong with their DNA?
It didn't work anymore. The thing is, their DNA was how they connected with their higher self.
So that's why your incarnations couldn't hear you.
Exactly. But there was a catch with the new plan. Only those incarnated on Earth could tune in to these new frequencies.
Oh, so they needed more volunteers.
Yes, but this time they were taking no chances. To pull this off, they needed millions in the physical form, wired and ready to attune to these frequencies.
Are these the 21st century humans that all the stories are about?
Yep, we volunteered from every corner of the universe to help the humans wake up.
What did the volunteers have to do once they got there?
We had to wake ourselves up, attune to these frequencies, and spread them to the rest of the planet.
That sounds impossible.
Most of those watching the Earth experiment didn't think we could pull it off.
So, what happened when you got to Earth?
Once on Earth, we were taught the same fear-based beliefs that had been handed down for eons. We lived just like everyone else, totally clueless to who we were and what was getting ready to happen. But as soon as the Earth entered this cloud of frequencies, we started to question everything. And one by one, we started to wake up.
So the plan was working.
It was. The more we trusted ourselves, the quicker we reconnected. And the faster we started to remember what was happening. And since we were spread out evenly all around the planet's frequency began to rise quickly.
What happened when the planet's frequency began to rise?
The humans' experience of time began speeding up. They started manifesting their beliefs faster and faster. Those consumed with fear created even more fear, and eventually Earth just spun out of control.
What do you mean, spun out of control?
These low-frequency beliefs that had controlled the human experience for eons could no longer exist, so they began to self-destruct, and the world fell into a complete chaos.
That sounds terrifying.
It was for those living in fear, but for us volunteers, we all knew it was the end of the old energy and the beginning of the new.
So then what happened?
A tipping point was reached in our awakening, and we created a new Earth.
A new Earth? What happened to the old Earth?
It continued on, allowing those who could not let go of their fears to play out their lessons. But for us, we created a new Earth that matched our higher frequency. And as easy as that, all the fear-based beliefs simply fell away. In an instant, we remembered who we were. We knew we were all connected, and we stopped hurting each other. We started respecting each other, started loving each other. We took back our power to create, and we created a new Earth without fear.
Wow, so the legends are true. What an incredible experience that must have been. Nice work.
Thanks.
That video was amazing. And I was like, yes! Like, it's so amazing, and it resonates, and it's so freaking true. You know, those of us that are chosen, or we volunteered to be here during this time, you know it. You know that you're different. You know that you're not like everybody else, and you never have been. You never got with the system. You never understood it. You didn't get school. You were like, what the fuck? Why am I here? What is this shit? I almost dropped. I seriously was like gonna drop out of second grade. Like, for real. I hated school. I was so bored. I never understood the system. I never understood voting. I just didn't get with it. And it's because I'm a volunteer. And many of you are volunteers. Okay? And actually, if you come across this video, if you even resonate with me in any way, it's because you are a chosen one. You are a volunteer. I'm here as an activator. My gift is, we all have gifts and we all have superpowers. Literally, we all have higher dimensional gifts that we're here with, to help shift and raise the vibration. So for me, I have many gifts, but one of my main gifts is, I'm an activator of other volunteers. So I pretty much activate y'all to remember who you are, guide you through your healing and your reprogramming, your unlearning and relearning, and your reprogramming, and then help you to pretty much get back in tune with your gifts and be confident in your gifts. All right. I'm an activator. Some of you may be, activators, or you may be watchers. We all have different gifts. We all have different purposes, and it's all for the purpose of raising the frequency and the consciousness of this planet. Okay. Because Earth is a very, 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 it's the hardest planet to be on. This shit is fucking hard to be on. It's the hardest. I'm telling you, in other galaxies and other dimensions, it's not like this at all. At all. And y'all are probably like, how does she know that? How would you know that it's not like that? Because once you, and I took notes of the things that they were saying, and I'm going to hit on it. But one thing that she said in that video was their DNA didn't work anymore. See, I get questions all the time. How do you know this? Where did you get all this, this information? It's in my DNA. It's in your DNA. DNA is information. Okay. But what they do in this game, okay, the creators of this shit, the people that the elite, the darkness, okay, what they do is they create systems within this system that take you away from you. And it literally strips at your DNA. Okay, so this is why we say, like, there's bots. There's people that are bots. It's not a game. It's not a joke. It's not just saying that. Bots are truly robots. They're robots. And that's what they want. They want us to become this AI, an artificial intelligence. They want to get rid of humanity. And they want to make robots and slaves for themselves. So they have social, they're slowly but surely putting these little things out, okay, that are literally pulling away at your freaking brain. Like, people don't think anymore. It's very, very, very rare to come across a person who uses their brains, who thinks, who uses their creative thoughts. Because so many people are programmed, and that's what they want. And their DNA doesn't work anymore. So when you begin to, those of us chosen ones, those of us volunteers, the gods and goddesses of the earth or whatever, when you start to go through your process, because like she said, we all through the state of amnesia. All right. You forget who you are. Literally, the purpose, the one of the main rules of this game is you have to forget who you are, and you forget everything prior to coming and reincarnating here. You forget everything. You think you're just out here. You have your parents, you have a religion, you have your school, you have your this, you have your that. So you think you're just in this system and life is living you, and you're not really living life. And I had to go through it. I had to go through my collapse of reality. I had to go through all of my, shit and the unlearning and the relearning. And then naturally what starts to happen is your DNA gets activated and you literally begin to remember. You remember. This is why I remember who I am. I remember, oh my gosh, I volunteered this shit many times before. I remember I have past life memories of being martyred, literally being martyred by my own people. Because like she said, the first volunteer, literally that I went through that shit. Okay. Your soul takes on different bodies, but it's ancient. And if you're a soul that is, within other galaxies or whatever dimensions, you're interdimensional, you choose to go into different bodies and different situations in order to, learn and progress and help the people learn and progress, so but like I said, as you begin to heal and you begin to reprogram and you begin to unlock your DNA, that's pretty much what that means, to unlock your DNA, is to remember who you really are. And anyone who can go through this and remember is a true master. You are a master. If you are remembering who you are and you are coming into the knowledge of truth of your divine self, you are not this body. You are the consciousness within this body. You are not your name. You have a name. You have a name. You have a body. You see how that takes on a whole new meaning when you realize this is not what this is, but it's rather something that you have, that you are using right now during this time. And I truly believe we can choose if we want to remain in these bodies within this DNA upgrade. We can choose. This is why they're trying so hard to, pretty much kill off everybody and make your consciousness believe that you die and all these things, because they don't want you to remember who you are and become immortal. They don't want that. They don't want that. All right. So this is the agreement to come in here. You have to forget who you are. The amnesia. You forget who you are before Earth. You literally think like all there is this, and you literally forget. You forget. Okay. And then when you remember, or you activate your DNA, you unlock that information, then you remember, you're like, oh my God, you start having these past lives and pictures start coming to you and you're like, oh shit, that's me, that's me. Then you read and you research and you get more information and you just ask your DNA, your veins start like popping up more and shit. You ask your DNA, like, I need answers. Who was I before this? Ask and you will find, seek and you will find, ask and the answer will be given to you. And you come down into this state of ignorance and literally just forgetfulness, and you come back into the memory of who you are. And that is true mastery. It takes true mastery for you to realize that this physical existence is like nothing. It's all about spirit. It's all about beyond metaphysical, your consciousness. Okay. And then, yes, like she said, in other dimensions and other galaxies, we manifest super, super, super fast. Like, you think it and you're there. Okay. So now like she said, with Earth and what's happening with the planet, time, y'all are noticing this, time is speeding up. Time is going so fucking fast. Many of you are coming into manifestations. It's the consciousness of this planet shifting. We're coming into higher consciousness. And the powers that be, they are so terrified of this, because they know that the more that these people remember, the less control we have over them. So they're coming out with more and more things to keep you distracted and to keep you just lost and just in bot land, and you're not able to resonate with truth or align yourself with truth because you're so distracted. Okay, so this is why back to the time, this is why time is speeding up, and this is why our manifestations are coming faster and faster and faster and faster and faster. It's because we're shifting. The planet is shifting. And like she said, the fear in things, and people are just what's gonna happen to the old Earth? I said this, remember, the Earth split. I made a video, it's a few videos down, several videos down, about the Earth split. Go watch that. Okay. So those on the old Earth, they're going to have to keep playing out their fears. They're going to have to keep looping their fears. This is why, listen, if you come across this video, listen to me, and you resonate with what I'm saying, listen, you need to stop watching that news. You need to take a break from social media or limit your scrolling. You need to really, really get out in nature, and you need to tap into yourself. Okay. Because what's going to happen is the Earth is literally that old Earth is spinning out of control, literally. And everybody on that old Earth, they're going to keep playing out their fears. That's why they keep promoting fear. They're putting that in y'all's minds constantly. You're going to keep playing out your fears and staying in that loop. It's hell. It's hell. It's about to get really, really bad. Really bad. Okay? Like, yeah, it's time. All right? Okay, so the rules, like, they have, like there's, she said, like, the powers that be created these rules and these fake ideas in order to control the people. So we give our power away. We willingly give our power away. So it's not like there's like these people that we have to fight, these evil ass people that we have to fight. It's nothing that you have to fight but you. It's you. Okay? The programming is there, but you don't have to choose to subject yourself to the dark, evil ass programming. You choose to. You willingly choose to give your power away to these people. No one is coming up to you and gonna get a gun and shoot your brains out. Nobody's gonna do that if you don't do what they say. No one's doing that. It's you. You pull the trigger. You hold the gun. You do it all. They literally make it to where you are the one that's willingly choosing to participate in their system. And it is a system designed for your destruction because it takes away your power. You are the power. You are the power. Biden, Trump, blah, 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 blah. They are not the power of your life. You are the power. You are. Okay? Like she said, you know, they didn't trust themselves. So like certain people can't hear you. This is so true, y'all. Like it's gotten to the point with me to where people can't even get to my page. People can't get to my website. People can't get to my page. People can't get my products. If you're not on this frequency, you won't be able to come to me. You won't be able to hear me. You won't even be able to be around me. It won't happen. It can't. Because you're not ready. You're not ready for this, for that frequency, for this knowledge. Does that make sense? So like, and same with you. You'll start to notice that as you start to ascend and evolve and grow in your consciousness, you'll notice that, you know, the same people that used to like follow you or watch all your posts and things, they'll disappear. They'll freaking disappear. And then there'll be more people that think like you popping up. And you're like, oh, where did this come from? It's because they literally cannot be in the same, they're not on the same vibration of you. They can't see you. People ask me all the time, why aren't you famous? Your voice, you need to be famous. Da, 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 da. You're such a charismatic guy. All the time. I'm telling you, I'm hidden. I was hidden for a reason. Okay? Literally. And now that consciousness is shifting, it's safe for me to come out, okay, and to be exposed. But I was hidden because it's a frequency. It's a frequency, and it's the same thing with you. It's the same thing with you. But now we're coming into a time where the chosen, we will no longer be hidden. We are going to be on the forefront. We will be the first. The last will be first. And it's okay. It's going to be safe. There will be no more martyring us. They can't martyr us anymore. Who's going to do it? Consciousness is shifting. The bots are going to be in the old earth. They can't even come around. This is our planet. The meek shall inherit the earth. Okay. Oh, and I love how they said like the first set of volunteers and how they twisted the message of the volunteers. Okay, so we obviously know she's talking about Asar, Yeshua, Haru, whatever you want to call him, Buddha, whatever. You know, they twisted his message. They twisted the message in simple things like it's all within you. The kingdom is within you. God is within you. The answers lie within you. That's so simple. But people can't comprehend it, and because they can't comprehend it, they attack it, and they attack the person in which it comes from. That's so true. I'm telling you, like, we used to get fucked the fuck up for this shit. Seriously. Those of us shamans, you know, light workers, we used to get fucked up. Burned at the stake. Betrayed. Beheaded. We went through a lot, but we came back. And we chose to come back. We really do love humanity. Now, there's this, when it comes to being chosen, there's like this love-hate relationship with humans. Like, it's like you love humans so much. Like, I love humans. I love humanity. I love my people so much. But then there's also this, like, I can't stand you niggas. It's like this love-hate thing. And it's like, you get so irritated because it's like, man, why are people so just, like, people just messed up, you know, just do stupid shit? Why can't we come up? Just come up. Just ascend. But then there's also this unconditional love. Like you love humanity. That's how you know you're chosen. If it's like this love-hate. But I love that video, y'all. And I'm sending you all peace, love, and light. And just keep that at the forefront of your mind. This is all an experience. And those of us that are chosen, we're here at this time for a specific reason. And it's very powerful. Very, very powerful. And eye has not seen it, ear has not heard what's about to happen. 144,000, stand up, baby. Chosen one, stand up. Anunnaki descendants, stand up. Star Seeds, stand up. This is Lightworker Nation, baby. Lightworker Nation. We're here, and we're back, and we're rising.
So as we have established, this is the catalyst for this Earth graduation, this Earth ascension, this transition that we're going through, which is leading to a mass awakening, whereby many souls are starting to question everything that plays out on the world stage. And what we're about to witness is a split in humanity. This being the catalyst for the split. Now, this is just a generalization of what's going on because everyone has an individual experience. But this is the catalyst for the split in the way that humanity thinks and feels. It's a split in the consciousness. And everyone gets a choice. This is the choice point throughout this whole transition we're going through. A choice to experience something new, or the choice to experience something that we're kind of used to. So let's look at this in more detail. This is the choice point where the consciousness of humanity will split, and it's splitting now. It's happening now. So you've kind of got this new earth energy where people will want and strive and do everything in their power to either homeschool, change the education system, move towards more holistic health. They will cooperate, they will join with other like-minded communities, they will lead with love, unity, and they will stand for freedom. And then there's also the choice to stay within a fear-controlled society, which has been largely mind-controlled. Big Pharma has a lot to do with that. There is government control and corruption. These old earth ways, which this is not a game of right or wrong. This is more of a choice point of what the soul prefers. Do you prefer this kind of way of living or this kind of way of living? This kind of way is what we've been used to. It's very safe. So to make the choice over to here is going to take a lot of change, a lot of bravery, major change actually in the way that we work. We're almost going to miss the old life. So it's very, very important that we tread through this carefully and we follow our hearts. We follow from a place of stillness. We don't feed into fear. We make choices through love. So it's really important to take some time out and make the choices from your own heart. Don't listen to anyone else but yourself.
Hannah Sunkinson. I'm the 7th grandmother back from Mother Bear. People that know about our culture know that that's an important connection because each generation is to provide for the 7th generation ahead. And being spirits, we can come into any of our descendants as long as they honor us, and Mother Bear honors me, so I'm more than willing to help her out anytime. And it's not because she has a weak mind like some of her cousins will tell you. And a lot of your ancestors are willing to come in and help you if you invite them in, and as long as you honor them. The last time I was here, I spoke to the people without color and informed them that it was time for them to assimilate. I want you to keep working on that. It's going to be good for everybody. But today I'm here to talk to my own people. I'm here to tell you it's time to decolonize your mind. You've taken up too many of the other people's ways, and it's thrown you off track. First, let me tell you, every day is Thanksgiving Day. Starting with, I woke up this morning, thank you. the whole purpose of life is to be in a constant state of thanksgiving. I know that a lot of our young people are confused and angry and discouraged. And we feel for you. We hurt for you. A lot of that has to do with the situation in the world today, but you're also being doubly taxed by the what they call intergenerational trauma. Trauma that happened to your ancestors is passed in the DNA, and you feel it too. A lot of you are turning to drugs and alcohol to try to block this out. It doesn't work. Did you know that Native people are born without an enzyme in their brain that processes alcohol? So we get drunk faster, we stay drunk longer, and it makes us really, really crazy. The Creator did not mean for us to have alcohol. When you get drunk, your spirit is off balance for 4 days. And the drugs, that's a government program to keep you enslaved. We're trying very hard to bring you back into the circle, because when we lose so many of you, it really hurts. Some of you are crossing yourselves over, and it's the worst pain we can feel. We're going to love you back into the circle, and you'll be happier, and you'll understand that that was not the way to be. A lot of you are also so colonized that you're using the N-word a lot. Do you realize that there was an agreement made between our people way before the people without color got here? The black people agreed that they would sacrifice and do the slavery thing for us, or we would have been completely wiped out. We owe them such a debt. Don't be caught up in American racism. They don't want us to unite and be together because they're afraid of that we'll treat them the way they treated us. We're human beings. We could never be that thoughtless, and we don't have to worry about that, because from the way things look, they're going to self-destruct. A lot of them are spinning out of control. We're not even going to have to do anything. We might have to put a few of them out of their misery, but for the most part, they're going to wipe themselves out because of their greed and selfishness. And that's another thing. If you have a lot of money and you're out here buying fancy cars and buying a lot of material things, and your people are suffering and you're not helping them, you're always going to be poor in spirit. It's not the way. Material things can be taken away in an instant. And if that's what your whole life is about, then what is your life worth then? Another way I see a lot of our people colonized is this homophobia thing. Two-spirit people is what we call them. In America, they're called gay people, or as some of the legendary children like to be called, enchanted. But to us, two-spirit people were held in high esteem because they had the spirit of both men and women. Our philosophy is, as long as you ain't hurting nobody, you just live your life. And that goes for you heterosexuals, too. I don't like to see our people confused and mixed up and not knowing which way to turn. But when you're confused, it's because your mind and your spirit knows that you're not doing the right thing. And you're never going to be happy like that. We've always been loving people, generous people. And that's the way the Creator meant us to be. I know a lot of our people are Christians. We've always been brought up to have respect for the Christians, because that's how our particular tribe survived the colonial wars, because they had what they called the pray or die policy on us. That meant if you didn't become a Christian, you would get wiped out. Our tribe said, okay, we'll be Christians. We went to their church, but we still did traditional things in the woods where they couldn't see it. And over the years, some of us have come to question some of the Christian ways. And I just have a question for some of our Christian tribal members. If God knows everything and doesn't make any mistakes, there's a reason why God put the different colors of humans where he wanted them. And if he's going to send his son back to check on how things are going, what's going to happen when those people are not where they're supposed to be? Just something to think about. So my main message today is decolonize your mind and think about what you're doing. As long as you ain't doing nothing wrong, then you don't have to worry about what other people are doing. I'm sure you got some business of your own to mind. Have a happy day.
job is done. So, we lead a life that is so outrageous. Travel the world from stage to stages, reading the word from page to pages, living the faith that is so contagious. I'm a super spreader, preaching the word everywhere I go. Yes, I'm a super spreader. Then when we stop, but we still gonna go. Why is the church closed but casinos open? Suicide on the rise and families broken. And so I've come to this one conclusion, that quarantine cannot be the only solution.
You can't quarantine forgiveness. You can't quarantine my God above. But I'll be living.
I'm a super spreader. You can't quarantine love, you know. Yes, I'm a super spreader. Then when we stop, but we still gonna go.
We good news like this, and no, we can't quarantine. Nothing one viral like a COVID-19. With this type of thing, you're nothing need no vaccine. No sanitizer could ever make you this clean. No hide it in a bush and the fish shine up very light. Gospel of his bread, give the blind them sight. People run the world like one flight by flight. Make it viral, go to daytime from the night.
This mission is one by one. We must go into all nations. Yes, this mission is one by one. We must work till the job is done. I'm a super spreader, preaching the word everywhere I go. Yes, I'm a super spreader. Then when we stop, but we still gonna go.
Viral, viral, viral. We take it to the world. I say it's viral, viral, viral. We take it to the world.
So me say jump and spread out, jump and spread out. Preach the good news and make we spread it about.
Why is the church closed but casinos open? Suicide on the rise and families broken. And so I've come to this one conclusion, that quarantine cannot be the only solution. I say jump and
Spread out, jump and spread out. Preach the good news, that's what I'm talking about. I'm a super spreader. You can't quarantine love, you know. Yes, I'm a super spreader. Then when we stop, but we still gonna go.
A little something I go round and spread from town to town. Irresistibly contagious word, power and sound. No worry and no fret about this for sure. God, this is not the sickness but the cure. And so no meds, no nurse, we no need no doctor. The Lord Jesus Christ and me are death conqueror. So all them must have them to hear the word and follow them. Shining on the ranks as a super spreader.
I'm a super spreader, preaching the word everywhere I go. Yes, I'm a super spreader. Then when we stop, but we never gonna slow. I'm a super spreader. You can't quarantine love, you know. Yes, I'm a super spreader. Then when we stop, but we still gonna go.
You can't quarantine forgiveness. You can't quarantine my God above. But I'll be living.
Shout them, tell all about him, one by one.
Electrokinesis is the ability to control and manipulate electricity with your mind. This ability will allow you to generate your own energy ball or influence nearby electrical objects such as your television, computer, or lights. So if you are ready to develop your psychic abilities, then why not try this power? You may already have experienced this ability, but without knowing what it was. So if electrical objects act strange whenever you are near, You may be a natural-born master of electrokinesis, and now you need to develop it further. So start by making sure you are nice and relaxed by performing a 15-minute meditation exercise before you move on. Just do a simple breathing exercise to make sure your body is calm and your mind is still. Now imagine that you look inside your body. Visualize a thunderstorm inside, coming from your sacral chakra, just below your navel. And imagine lightning spreading to every part of your body. Notice the spontaneous movements of the wild electricity and feel it vibrate inside you. Let it fill your entire body, especially your hands, as the long lightning bolts move down your arms and into your palms. Feel the warm sensation in your palms. Use all your senses and even hear the crackling sound of the electricity as it moves and sparks inside you. Do this visualization exercise for 15 minutes before you move on to the electrokinesis exercise. Now we will create an electricity ball, like a chi ball, so place your hands in front of you, with the palms facing each other, like you are holding a ball between your hands. Now continue to let the electricity move through your palms and feel the tension it creates between the two hands. Move your hands further away and closer to each other, and shift between quick movements and slow movements. When you slow down, you will really be able to feel the electrical tension that has been created. Continue to make the energy ball compact and strong. Notice any sensation you feel. You will probably feel your palms getting warm, and the electricity field will start to vibrate between your hands. Now you have created an energy ball, which you can then throw or use to try to manipulate an electrical object like the lights. Hope this was helpful. I am J Bittersweet. Please subscribe to my channel for more great guided videos for psychic development. Thanks for watching. Namaste.
Swoosh. See, look, this is proof to humans that it is perfectly safe to look directly at the sun with your eye. I do this daily. For the beginning eyes, this is not a safe period to look at the sun because it can bring damage to your eyes. You begin when the sun is low, and your eyes will adjust to absorbing sunlight, you know, translating the information from the sunlight, and then your eyes become adapted for looking at the sun. Simple. Simple as that. And then as you build and build and grow in the practice, you then become able to sun gaze at pretty much anytime you wish. If you build enough, you could get to the point where you could look at the sun in the middle of the Sahara Desert, you know, and it wouldn't even burn you. And that's how powerful human beings are. Now is the time where human beings come to know that power within their self, you know, because once they know this, governments will never be able to legislate and dictate to you anymore. And you won't even be the type of being that needs to be legislated and dictated to. A being who would steal or kill or murder. This is all low vibrational acts, you know? Low vibrational acts. Once you raise your vibration and come to realize the true nature of this magnificent game it is we roll through, You won't want to experience yourself as doing those things anymore if you are one of those at this minute in time as you create it on earth. You know? That's how real it goes. Look at these beautiful flowers. Look at these beautiful birds. These could be our friends, you know? Where's the pigeon? Flying off. Yeah. Look at that. Look at the magnificence. Wow. I cannot fathom the beauty of God. Human beings think too much. The beauty of these flowers, all of this is God. Every single aspect of this is God. And to know this is simply to know thyself primarily as the creator of this reality by way of your thoughts, way of being, and state of being. For it is your state of being that creates your reality. You know? Simple. Oh, it's madness. And look at this white butterfly coming to confirm everything I'm saying. You know them ones. But yeah, when you get a nice fresh trim, you walk out on the road, you know, looking sharp, bang, and you feel good about yourself. And then you could have a messed up trim, I don't know, get your face bust. And then because of the thoughts that you put towards that, it will then create the feeling of that within your body and within you, and you will emit that and then experience that in your reality. And all the beings you come across will only ever relate back to you the state of being that you are in at that moment of time. Hope this makes sense to people. Now I'm gonna look at my reflection in the camera thing, 1 sec. Trim my hair myself, no barber thing. Swoosh the fire, push the barber. Yeah, anyway, I was talking about looking at the sun. Because we are magnificent beings, and this is a divine energy source. It's a tool that was put here. Trust me, it's not by coincidence that there is a bright ball of light in the sky that brings life to earth. It's not coincidental. Nothing is coincidental. Nothing. No thing. Everything happens for divine purpose. Just as the sun is in the sky, it is there for a divine purpose. And if we should so choose to, we may feed from the sun and liberate ourselves from the need for physical food. This is not essential. You can be liberated from the need for physical food and still eat it. Because I do. You know? And then you may perhaps get to such a level of consciousness where you decide you don't even want to experience yourself eating physical food anymore. Even though you could. And then you won't. You know? So, anybody who's interested in the practice of sun gazing and an awakening their true innate nature, you know, like the 95% of our brain that we don't even use, that we trick ourselves into not using. If you want to awaken that, this is one of the processes by which it may be done. And it's fun. I mean, you create a connection with the sun. You become one with the sun. Can you imagine? Can you fathom? Look at this. Can you fathom being one with the sun? The power of that flowing through your very being. Do you know the magnificence you will come to earth with? And walk in the knowing of that which you are. You understand? I'm just a bit excited as well, so I speak a lot, I go on rants, you know, because I'm here. I'm spirit realizing itself on earth now, no longer a flesh and blood human being am I, primarily. This is what it's about, shifting the mind perspective into knowing the true knowing of that which you are. Because this physical body that we inhabit, that we have, it's the tip of the iceberg, you know? The very tip of the iceberg. And just as below the ocean, you see a vast, massive thing. That's what sunk the Titanic. The essence of the iceberg which is below the ocean, you know? And in our essence, we are beyond this physical. We are invisible. We cannot be seen. However, it is from there that we create this. To align yourself with that. To align yourself with the invisible realms, the spiritual realms, and then allow yourself to create by way of your vibration. Is the way. And all Jesus did was tell you this, you know. He said we will come and do things greater than him. He was 2,000 years ago. I told you this. I've come onto earth to awaken the human beings just as Jesus Christ did. Show them that they are God and God dwells within them. The kingdom of heaven is within. This is all true. You know? You create the kingdom of heaven. You create hell. Heaven and hell are just ideas. Ideas that have been programmed into human beings to keep them in fear. You know? Because in that fear you can never truly realize the self. Once the self is realized, it's game on. So let's play. Let's play with one another in love and divine light. And again, sunlight does not blind the human eye. That's a lie. Swoosh.
The most valuable commodity I know of is information. Wouldn't you agree?
I need you to know something. Yeah, you. No, you. You. Okay, I need you to know you are awesome. I'm not talking about a little bit of awesome. I'm talking about a whole lot of awesome. I'm talking about like incomprehensible awesome. I'm talking about ill, chill, tight, sick, off the hook, over the top, hot as ice kind of awesome. I mean, that's a whole lot of awesome. So I just wanted you to know that today and know that I love you. You probably don't hear it enough. I just needed you to know that. So this is the awesome challenge. Go ahead, either share this and tag somebody in it that you want to let know that you think they're awesome, or just simply share it and let somebody on your timeline, your news feed, or your friends list know that you think they're awesome, that you love them. Why? Because people today just simply don't hear it enough. God bless. Have a very, very awesome kind of day.
Greetings and welcome. I'm Stephen Luzerne, and here and now I'm going to show you the fastest way possible to hypnotize yourself. Practice this method a few times and you'll quickly discover that you'll be able to reach a very deep level of self-induced hypnosis in under 15 seconds. To achieve this, simply listen to this brief recording once a day, and within less than a week, you'll be able to hypnotize yourself deeply in less than 15 seconds. What's more, you'll be able to use this technique even under the most stressful of conditions, such as before an interview, during an exam, or even at your dentist's. Okay, are you ready? Then let's start. First, if you've got headphones, put them on, as it will make the experience more interesting and personal. And if possible, loosen or remove any restrictive clothing that you might be wearing, such as necktie, belt, or shoes. You also need to be sitting comfortably upright in an office or dining room style of chair. Place your feet flat on the floor and your hands on your lap without your fingers touching. Now, take in a good, long, slow, deep breath. Hold the breath while I count 1, 2, 3, and through your mouth, like a long, low, deep sigh, release the breath slowly now. And let go of all your surface tension. That's right, let it all out. And now, with your eyes open, roll your eyes up, as far as they will go, as though you are trying to look at the inside of your own forehead. And keep your eyes there. I know your eyes are tiring quickly, and they want to close, but try not to let them close just yet. Keep your eyes rolled up. Keep straining to look at the inside of your own forehead. And now, with your eyes still rolled up, slowly bring down your eyelids. And if your eyelids are fluttering, that's fine. They often do when your eyes close in this slightly unusual way. And as we continue, I want you to imagine, pretend if you like, that your eyelids are glued and stuck and bonded together. Imagine there is absolutely nothing you can do to get your eyelids apart. And now, and this is the important part, while you're still imagining that your eyelids are bonded together, at the same time, try to open your eyes. But they won't work. Your eyelids won't separate, providing you just keep imagining that your eyelids are glued and stuck and bonded together. And imagine those heavy, tired and relaxed feelings around your eyes, flowing all the way down to the tips of your fingers and the tips of your toes. Imagine every muscle in your body becoming heavy, tired, and very comfortable with relaxation. Focus your attention now upon your tongue. And if your tongue is pressing on the roof of your mouth, this is a sign of tension. So bring it down and let it rest. Let it float in the middle of your mouth. And let it remain there throughout this brief session. Once again, take in a good, long, slow, deep breath. Hold the breath while I count 1, 2, 3, and through your mouth, exhale slowly. And really relax. Really let go. Let every single muscle in your body relax completely. Good. Excellent. If you've been following these instructions, you are nicely relaxed from head to toe. So relaxed, in fact, that if I were actually there beside you, I could pick up either of your arms and drop it into your lap, and it would simply flop down as though it were a wet towel, because physically you are completely relaxed. So as you drift down into deeper relaxation while I talk, let me explain something to you. Each day, as you return to this recording, you will relax deeper than the time before. And soon, much sooner than you think, you will find yourself in an extremely deep level of both physical and mental relaxation, and with your critical factor bypassed. You won't know if you're in hypnosis or not, because unfortunately there is no such thing as a hypnotized feeling. However, as you start to give yourself suggestions, you will discover that your suggestions take hold extremely quickly. In fact, after only a short while, you'll discover that most, if not all of your suggestions will take effect instantly, providing, of course, you word them correctly. However, it gets even better than that, because after practicing this technique only a few times, all you will have to do to hypnotize yourself is roll your eyes up and close them and test them in the way I have shown you, and then let yourself relax by letting go completely. And as I promised at the beginning, with a little practice, this will take you less than 15 seconds. Because you are developing a conditioned response, a Pavlovian response, to give it its original name. So in just a moment, I will stop talking and you can decide if to open your eyes now or if to continue relaxing a while longer. However, when you do open your eyes, you will feel relaxed, refreshed, and delighted with what you have discovered during this session. So, until you listen to the sound of my voice on this recording tomorrow, goodbye for now. Goodbye.
Hello everybody, I'm back with another video, and this time I will discuss how to do telekinesis again. It's quite a long time ago since I made a video about this topic, so hopefully it will be insightful as I have grown wise during the years. A couple of nights ago I had a lucid dream. If you don't know what a lucid dream is, you can look it up pretty quickly. It's a quite popular topic out there. Anyways, I was having a quite awesome lucid dream. I was doing telekinesis, opening car doors and shit, and then I saw a dream character, and I decided to ask him, what is the key in telekinesis? And he was like, with this haunted voice, very creepy, he was like, communication. And then I woke up. So then I thought about what he said, communication. It's very, very true. After this dream I made a couple of experiments with telekinesis, and I tried to completely think about how to communicate. Just think about communicating with the object. And I found that there are a couple of things that makes this communication flow more easily. This communication is best described as a completely focused, subtle, thoughtless, gentle, friendly, and intuitive intention. Alright? It's like an intuitive dance with the object, okay? This is communicated through the third eye, located here, creating a sort of tingly pressure, which is quite relaxing actually. And as you continually reinforce this this communication, soon a connection will appear. You will soon feel that your intentions come into effect, and this is quite interesting. It's like, I can't describe it better than an intuitive dance. Okay, just it's pretty amazing. I was able to control the wheel almost any direction I wanted to. Another thing I wanted to talk about is this intuitive dance. Sometimes you can really feel when there's a misstep, okay? It's like you will know when the object wants to follow your instructions and when it doesn't. It may sound like the object is alive, and in a sense it is, on a quantum level. It is just as alive as you are. This is what you're tapping into, I believe. Anyways. So you're really able to feel when the object is about to move and when it is not, when it doesn't follow your order, okay? And I thought about this. Why is it that sometimes my intention is realized and sometimes it is not. It's just sometimes the object just won't move in one direction. It's just weird. I don't know why. And I think it is due to the nature of your intention. This is the main factor. Okay. If you intend for a chair to move, it won't. Okay, because your intention won't be fully realized because you don't believe in it. Truly, on all levels, you do not. You have not sort of gone up the staircase to get there. So I believe psionic development goes very gradually, taking baby steps to reach the next level, sort of. It's all about self-confidence and self-belief. You can't believe you can do anything just at once. You need to get there slowly. And for example, if I wanted to make the object bob up and down, it just didn't click. I was like one of the gear wheels in the process got stuck, and I could feel it. It was like, no, didn't work. And it is, of course, just a matter of restricting yourself. And by realizing this, you will be able to move bigger objects. This will only come by practicing. So take baby steps and challenge yourself by increasing the difficulty of your intention. So if you want to learn telekinesis or improve your abilities, the first thing you want to get down is how you shape this intention for the communication to take place and for the connection to occur. And the next thing you want to focus on is to be able to gradually increase your intention, gradually increase the difficulty, and be comfortable with each step. So that is the hardest part. And one thing I want to mention is when you go from the psi reel to a covered psi reel, right? This is actually quite a big step. You need to, in order to climb this distance, you will probably need a lot of practice, and don't give up. It's possible, but it's probably one of the hardest parts in the beginning of your psionic development. So don't give up on that, because it's actually very satisfying once you got up there. Because then there's no doubt telekinesis. So thanks for watching this video. I hope you learned something. See you.
Hey guys, it's me, Kelly. Today I'm going to explain what your third eye is and why it is not working for you. How many of you have tried to use the midbrain to look in places, look into other dimensions, go and remote view, astral travel, whatever, that you've tried going through the third eye, pineal gland? We've got a lot of information out there that is false and not true. How many of you have been successful in using that third eye, using their techniques and seeing? Or is it still years later and you're like, I still can't see through this third eye? Well, I'm going to tell you what the trick is and what they have lied to you about. Just like this chakra implant system that you have going on. This is, I guess, a type of implant if you want to look at it on that level. This third eye concept. What they want to do is reroute a natural ability that you have through an artificial system of control so that they control what you see, where you go, and what you do when you get there. That is all that is. And that's why it is so difficult. So we're going to blow the myth here. There are so many ways in society that they try to trick you into thinking something that is natural is something different than what they say it is. This place I call imagination. This is where all the seeing is done. So I'm going to teach you how to remote view basically in 30 seconds, the easy way. When I work one-on-one with people and we do it this way, it doesn't matter if you've tried for 10 years, 20 years, or 2 days to remote view the hard way and the way that they're telling you to do it. You can do it easily in this capacity. When you look at the imagination, okay, this is not the Webster's dictionary definition, but Kelly's definition. The place called imagination is a place where things are made up. It's imaginary. It's not real. So they've tricked us by giving us a definition in going in that direction. This is real. We are creator beings. When we go to that place called imagination and you see something there, you are seeing something that exists. The difference is, does it exist and it's something that you created, or is it something that was already created and you are looking at something that exists? So that place called imagination, they have tricked you into thinking that nothing is there. This is truly how you remote view and how you see outside of your body. I've done it since I was a child. Some of you have done it as well. So this should be fairly easy for you. Go ahead, close your eyes. In that place called imagination, picture a refrigerator, your sink. Just pick something and picture it in that place called imagination. Now pick a destination. It could be under the surface of the moon. It can be in another solar system. It can be outside of this universe. Pick a destination. And in that same place that you saw your refrigerator, look and you will see what is in that destination. Kelly, it can't be that easy. Yeah, it is that easy. It really is that easy. And once you realize how easy this is, and not only has the establishment tried to trick you into believing something that is not true, there are a lot of people out there with books with big, long words that they don't want you to know the 30-second version of how to do this. They want you taking their courses. They want you buying their books instead of going out and seeing. So that's how you do it. You look in that place called imagination, look at something that you know what it looks like, so you can find out, there it is. There's a refrigerator. And in that same place, look below the surface of the moon and go, oh, there it is. You are seeing it. And that's remote viewing. And that's really how easy it is. And that's how I remote view all the time. Those of you that have done sessions with me know that I can see things. I can see a lot of things. And that's how I do it, is in that place called imagination. So don't let anybody tell you any different. It truly is that easy. All your psychic abilities really are that easy. If they are overcomplicated or there's more than one step in doing it, just know that it's not natural and it's probably not going to work. And if it does work, you're using someone else's system and they are in control of you. You're not independent and in control of yourself. So go practice. Practice with knowns first. I know what it looks like, so I'm going to remote view. And then practice with an unknown. I'm going to look in a place that I don't know what it's going to look like, but I can access it later. I'm going to look, what do I see? And then later, go look and see how good you do. Practice, practice, practice. The more that you practice, the better you do. Have confidence in this, even if it's false confidence, and that will get you going. So this is basically the truth about remote viewing and seeing into other dimensions and seeing outside of your body, is to simply look in that place called imagination. Not worry about the third eye, the pineal, in any of those concepts. Because yes, you can see through those places, but no, you are not in control of what goes on when you're there. So I love you guys so much. I hope you have an absolutely fabulous day, and I'll see you on the next video. Happy viewing. Happy remote viewing.
All risky. The minute you were born, it got risky. If you think trying is risky, wait till they hand you the bill for not trying. If you think investing is risky, wait till you get the tab for not investing. See, it's all risky. Getting married is risky. Having children is risky. Going into business is risky. Investing your money is risky. It's all risky. I'll tell you how risky life is. You're not going to get out alive.
Lelela kuyoku tikusta. Lelelo zokan. Kaskunta. Uetelna kila kusta. Tene maaten Jesus utian uiletsi saakli. Hosta poksieka. Matasekitsi kahtalo.